Hey, the video I just put up, it cut off the most important part of the video. I was explaining how I found a place to sleep at night, where I could park my van. I don't know why it cut it off. It just disappeared. I don't know where it went, but it's out there in video land. But it didn't post where it was supposed to. So anyway, I was at the very end of time to move out. I had like a week, and I had a friend that I hadn't seen for oh man, a few years actually. We met through our partners. They were both best friends from like grade school on up, and she had been with her partner for probably 25 years or more, maybe. Yeah, I think that's how long they were together. And anyway, so he died, I think he was 53 suddenly, and 8 months later my partner died. We'd been together 16 years. He was 53, and that was the last time I had seen her. She was at his funeral. No, that was 4 years ago. And I knew that she had a place a little ways out in the country. And I knew she was a very kind person, someone that I really could trust. Rick trusted her, and he knew her for years too. And I actually knew her. Rick introduced us 16 years ago, but we didn't hang out or anything like that. But I knew her, but I hadn't talked to her, and that was the first person that came to my mind when I knew I was going to be sleeping in my van. I didn't want to have to just be driving around every night looking for a place. Not starting out. I know people do that, and it can be done. And someday I will have to do that. I will, because I want to travel in a couple of years, but I'm not ready right now. Now, first I need to find, I need to get an emergency fund, and I need to pay this van off. I've still got about 2 years to pay it off. So anyway, I had a few days left to find a place to sleep at night, and I was driving down at one of those streets that I drive down every day, by the Goodwill, and out in the middle of the parking lot talking to someone was Joyce. Joyce was standing there talking to someone. I was like, what? Are you serious? I hadn't seen her. I didn't have her phone number. I didn't know how to reach her. She was on Facebook, and I had tried to reach out, but I checked, and it looked like she hadn't been active on her account for years. So I don't know what you call that, if you want to call that fate or synchronicity, God's intervention. And I do believe in God, and I had prayed that God would guide me, because it was a really difficult time, and I just had to, and I have faith. I do have faith. I don't say, I'm not saying that it doesn't waver and that I don't question things, and but I do believe. But anyway, she was standing in the parking lot. She actually worked there, and I saw her little tag, and of course I got out and gave her a big hug, and I told her what was going on with me. And she said, you can't live in your van. I said, I'm not going to live in it. I'm going to sleep in it at night. And she said, absolutely. You can come out here and stay. Come out and park. Come on. So that was April 12th. And this is August the 7th. And that's where I've parked every night since. It's been safe. It's been quiet. It's just 3 chickens that love me. I bring them treats every night when I come, when I park at night. And after work, I usually go to my son's house, and I think I said that in the previous video. Anyway, so I have a place to stay at night, and I'm very grateful for that. And it has been such a relief to not have to worry about where I'm going to sleep at night. And I don't know how this would have gone. I imagine I would have adjusted, but it's really made it a lot simpler, you know, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that. Anyway, I guess the moral of this story is that to have faith that things will work out, even when you're in a difficult situation. And I was losing sleep. The week before I moved completely out, I was worried. I was scared. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I knew that I could find places to park at night, but I knew that was going to be nerve-wracking. And I was already kind of, you know, afraid to sleep in my van at night by myself. But you know, once I did it, now I haven't parked in the cities, and I haven't parked anywhere that I don't know yet, which I will eventually. There's people that do that all the time, and you know, other senior women, or senior anyone, or just any solo person. I think women are a little more vulnerable, or feel more vulnerable. Of course, I have safety measures in my van. I have mace on every door. I don't believe in guns. That's just my own personal feeling. My dad was a hunter, and there was guns in our house, but I am not a gun person, and I don't think that. I think everyone has their own right. If they want to bear arms, that's fine. I do think we need more gun control. Oh my gosh, I'm not getting into that subject. But anyway, yeah, I do believe for our right to bear arms. I absolutely do. And anyway, the last video that I just posted, it got cut off. And I am so new at this. I really don't know what I'm doing. If you could tell. But I just thought, you know, it'd be fun to make some videos. And I do have a little bit of experience in some things, especially starting out as a nomad. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are considering it. I know I did for 3 years before I actually did it. And I'm glad that I did it. The money that I'm saving every month that I would have been paying for rent has gone into some repairs in the van I needed. And I am starting to save money for an emergency fund. And I'm just very grateful that I'm able to do that. And I'm glad that I can still work a little bit. I do have a few disabilities. I hate to say that, disabilities. I have some challenges. I have some serious arthritis. It's crippling in the hands. It's called erosive arthritis. It does funky things to your joints, and it hurts like heck. But in the morning is the worst, so I have to get up and move. I've had both of my hips replaced, and they're a little stiff in the morning too when I get up, but I can get up and move, and I'm just grateful that I can even move, that I'm good to get up. I can walk. When I first started walking out here right after Rick died, I was using a cane, and it was a lot heavier. I have lost 100 pounds. No, 97 pounds in the last 3 years. When I get stressed and really emotionally upset, I eat. But that's what I used to do. I don't now. Now I journal, or I take a walk, or I do something different. But that was what I had done my whole life. I'd struggled off and on with weight. The older I got, the more I struggled. And then after Rick died, I was down for about a year. He was so young. He was 53, and unexpected, and he was right next to me. He had a heart attack. Anyway, I don't know if you're supposed to get that personal on these videos. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But I'm just learning. Anybody that's still watching, thank you. And if you are watching, if if you could subscribe, would be really cool. Yeah, that would be neat. If not, that's okay. I'll get better. I will get better. I intend to get better. I intend to try to do one every day if I can. I still haven't figured out how to edit, and I want to learn how to edit videos so that I can link some together. Yeah, there's a lot for me to learn still. And every day I learn a little bit more. But there's a couple sticking points, and that's one, editing. So I'm working on it, and thank you for anyone that watched. Appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. Take care.